Hey there, Carnage Cravers, Ken Carnage here, and I just a couple hours ago finished up on Netflix. I finished up watching the second season of Vikings Valhalla. They had two seasons on Netflix. Apparently, there's going to be a third season, but it's not up there yet. But apparently there is one in the works, or at least according to IMDb there is. But, this is one of those shows where I was flipping through and I threw it in my queue just because it was like, okay, I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but one of these days I'll get around to, playing it and I'll decide then. Well, I did. And, I gotta say, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I have no idea if it's historically accurate. I mean, I do know that all of the characters, these are, actual people who existed, such as, Leif Erikson and Harold Sigerson. And, these people existed. There's historical documentation of them. I'm not well versed in that historical documentation, so I couldn't tell you how accurate the show is to history, and I can't speak to that. I can, however, speak to the fact that, again, the show is very well done. It's incredibly entertaining. I don't know any of these actors, but I can tell you that they've all done, phenomenal jobs in their roles. Quite good, I must say. And I can't wait for season 3. Like, it's finished that last episode, and I'm like, wait, there's no more? Why is there no more? So, they're just very, very good. If you are a fan of, dramas that, deal with, olden times and, combat and whatnot, if you're, I would definitely say that this might be something you enjoy. It's also somewhat fascinating, and again, I don't know how historically accurate it is, but particularly, I can't even say particularly in the second season because it was pretty prominent in the first season as well, is this split amongst the Norsemen or Vikings, whatever the hell you want to call them. I actually don't think that the Norsemen ever referred to themselves as Vikings, but that's neither here nor there. As I said, I'm not super well versed historically in this culture. I just think I remember reading that at some point, but neither here nor there. What I did find fascinating is that it tends to focus quite a bit on this cultural split, depicting it as, half of, or a good portion of the Vikings having, converted to Christianity, while the others are still, worshiping, as they called it, the old gods, talking about the Norse gods, Thor, Odin, such and such, such and such. And they just, it really, they do some focusing on the infighting and the friction that was caused by this divide. And I do know enough about history to know that, many things were done in the past in the name of Christianity that no living Christian today would none of them would stand there and be like, yes, this is okay. No, they'd be very appalled. So but I tend to believe that, historically it would make sense that there's this clash. And, to this day, people use, their perception of religion to justify lots of different things that, maybe don't actually line up with the religion, but they figure out a way to twist it and make it work for them. So why would it be any different in those days? I doubt that it was. So, but that is a fairly big focus of the show. Because I guess in that time period it was a big issue that these people were dealing with. But the whole thing, very, very interesting. And I won't lie, if you're not, as far as the king of this and the king of that and which one, like you could get confused if you did not, if you didn't pay good enough attention. So, the king of Denmark and the king of Norway and the king of England, it's all, it's, and just, if you're going to watch it, just make sure you're paying attention. We don't want you getting lost. But, I must say, it's just really is a fantastic, fantastic show. And apparently, I just actually read that it's apparently like a sequel series, kind of, it takes place after another show just called Vikings, which I've not seen, and I'll have to check out at some point. So, but yeah, again, Vikings Valhalla was quite enjoyable, and I very much recommend it. So, and until next time, I am Ken Carnage. Always remember that carnage is right around the corner.